Hey all, Itsuchi here. Welcome back to my channel. Wanted to discuss today our next episode of Polishing, which we're going to be discussing AURAS. Just realized that's probably really loud. That should be better. We're going to be talking about AURAS today. I finished them. This is, again, I am working on Season 1 movesets. So upon planning PTS Naruto, I had to figure out, okay, well, he's going to use QB mode in this season against Taka. So that obviously I needed to get AURAS in the game so that I can have that ready when I go to develop his part of the moveset. Because his main moveset's done, so the next, well, mostly done, so I need to get Nine Tailed mode ready. So we'll be talking about that among a few other things in this video. Also wanted to apologize for the audio issues in previous videos. I realized that my computer's been automatically linking my game controller's microphone, and I didn't know it's supposed to be using the webcam. So that should hopefully clear out any audio issues moving forward. You may have noticed some clicking in the background. I didn't really worry about re-recording when I would hear it because it was relatively minor. But anyway, I wanted to let you guys know that was what was happening. I did not know this was happening. I've disabled this as a talking device so you won't hear the clicks of my hands anymore. So sorry about that in previous videos. But yeah, anyway, things should be clear now. Let's hop in. Oh, actually, I need to use my cheat codes to get my exclusive access. If you guys weren't aware, if you missed the last video, I did add in cheat codes, basically just to give myself dev mode access, so I have access to things that normally you guys wouldn't be able to see in regular play, such as an unrestricted character select, which we will need. We're gonna go to practice. First two characters I'll showcase are Rock Lee and Might Guy. We have quite a few characters to talk about today. We will just go to Abby. Alright, so, yay! So, obviously, these two can transform. I'm just going to put player 2 on so we can transform at the same time. So, obviously, Rock Lee becomes the green beast, Might Guy becomes the blue beast. So their auras obviously match that respectively. Turn him off. Let me know what you guys think. Obviously, in the previous Clash Ninja games, Rock Lee has always had red fists when he would transform. But since I'm actually going with the whole green beast, blue beast thing, should I change his and Might Guy's their trails to match their auras? Excuse me, I'm a little bit under the weather today. So should Lee have green fists to match his aura, and Guy have blue, or should I just leave them as red like we're used to seeing? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But this is what it looks like currently if you were to have the green aura and use the traditional red fist trails. But yeah, this is what the auras look like. The way I did it is I have two layers of auras. You have the local aura, so basically what's following the character and always visible. That's on the front layer and is the most transparent. And then there's a back layer behind the characters that's a little bit bigger, a little bit more transparent, and it doesn't follow the character. So if you move, you'll also see it kind of like leave a trail behind it. So those are the two layers, and that's how I achieved the aura effect. It doesn't seem to have too much of a pool on performance, though I did notice in Royale, when I had every single person using an aura in Royale at the same time, 8 players, I did see about a 7 frame per second drop, which isn't huge. I was still maintaining over 30 frames per second, but honestly, it's not ideal if it's going to pool 7 frames per second just for some aura effects. I may need to tweak it, but I didn't do a long study. It was just literally 2 battles for 30 seconds to see what I maintained. But anyway, we'll have a look. It looks like right now I'm maintaining over 120 frames per second with the auras on, so it should be no issue with them as is. Anyway, let's get some more characters. Next, I'll showcase a character I recently added. I actually forgot about her when I did the Sound 4 video, and basically people with curse marks. But Anko can enter curse mark, and I forgot about that. She can enter state 1. And I also forgot about Towa's tattoo mode. Excuse me. So both of those have since been added in. Excuse me. Begin. So first Anko. Yeah, she gets her purple aura. And I gave her some purple trails to make it even prettier. I know her eyes, I believe her eyes left a trail before. I don't know how I feel about curse mark eyes leaving a trail. We'll see. I may... So sorry guys, I'm not feeling well today. I may add her trail for her eyes, but we'll see. I kind of like the aura and then the hands leaving the trails instead, so we'll see. And for Towa, not every transformation gets a trail or an aura. So like he transforms, but he just gets his claws. And obviously these, I just added in both claws for now, obviously. I'll use them a little bit differently when I get them, but yeah, anyway, yeah, he does have tattoo mode in the game, and he can revert Anko cannot. Alright. Who's next? Sage mode. Sage mode I'm also debating. The thing with Sage mode is Sage mode gets a Sage mode, they get visual changes such as Naruto's eyes change and Jiraiya gets different face and different face paint. So and because Sage mode is so far away, I haven't decided how I'm going to handle it yet. But I have given them an aura just for now. But I don't think I'm going to keep it. In G&T Special, Sage Naruto had an aura, but it didn't really make sense why he had an aura. Well, it was to mark when his Sage mode was active versus not. I don't know if that'll be necessary, but again, I haven't decided, because obviously if I have Sage Naruto have an aura, that means Sage Jiraiya will need an aura. Guys, I'm dying. But I don't know. I don't really like the way the aura looks. Maybe I'll tone it down, maybe delete the front aura and just have the aura kind of coming from behind, just to kind of give some kind of indication. Or maybe I'll add trails. I don't know how I'll handle it yet. But for now, I just put in an aura just for the moment so you can see that Sage mode's active. But I will likely change this in the future once I actually get to season whatever when Sage mode is introduced. I think season 10 is when Sage mode gets introduced. But for now, excuse me, this is what it will look like just for now, to show that Sage mode is active. And then I'll figure out what I'm going to do with it later when I get there. Let's see who else I want to showcase. Sasuke. So what I did, again, as I introduced in a few videos ago, Sharingan users now have 2 Sharingan modes. You can have regular Sharingan active, or you can have your Mangekyo active, and those are different. What's that? In the test? That's weird. I don't know why that's there. Where do I want to go? Oh, just forced. Let's go to the foundation. Right. Dongo's hideout. So what I basically did was, for Sharingan users, when you, or basically any ocular jutsu, when you turn on your Sharingan, it's just a trail for your eyes. You don't need an aura for Sharingan. I also ditched the electricity because that only really makes sense for Sasuke and Kakashi to have electricity when the Sharingan's activated. Obviously, Revolution 3 removed this by having Sasuke and Sharingan always, and therefore not needing electricity. And also, Itachi is also always in Sharingan and doesn't use electricity. I should see. So I just went in favor of having glowing eyes to show they're using ocular jutsu. However, Sharingan is not the same as Mangekyo. When your Mangekyo is activated, you get the aura of your Susano'o. So when I decided to add that, the Susano'o aura. Actually, this is the first time I've tested auras at night, and they're not. I don't really like the way they look at night. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm gonna do a daytime stage. Anyway, this is kind of how it works. Yeah, you get the Susano'o aura. I'll try to do a daytime stage, because, yeah, I'll need to tweak out looks at night. I'm not really focusing on nighttime stages at the moment. I'll rework nighttime stages and lighting and all of that when I get back to developing the Leaf map, but I did want to let me show you what the auras look like. Let's see, let's do them again. And I'll use DMS Kakashi. Alright. On a daytime stage. Let's go to my favorite, the desert. I love the desert stage. Excuse me. Alright, so since DMS is always active, his aura just starts immediately, so I'll turn on Sasuke's. Let's see what Sasuke's purple aura. So it looks much better in daytime, so I'll need to tweak it for nighttime. Maybe I'll turn down the transparency if it's a nighttime stage. That may do the trick. But yeah. Your Susano'o will have an aura. And of course, I will add eventually when I get there, whenever you block, your Susano'o, partial Susano'o will appear. For Itachi, that'll be the Yada Mirror. For Sasuke, that'll be the Rib Cage. Yeah. I haven't done Madara yet, because Madara's a whole... I don't even know how I'm going to do him, because he has a Sharingan. He has base, Sharingan, Mangekyo, and Rinnegan in one character. And he does use all 4 forms in one moveset. So I don't know how I'm gonna handle that in a canon way to his character. I could just add the Mangekyo stuff for now, but again, it's just I'm not gonna even deal with Madara yet because that's so far along in the future and it's so complex. I'm not gonna waste time thinking about it. So Madara doesn't have any special effects or activations because I don't know how I'm gonna handle it. But for those that do have it, such as a Sharingan and a Mangekyo, they do have their forms. And so, Kakashi only gets his Susanoo glow specifically with dual Mangekyo. Anyway, yeah, that's kind of how it works. Alright, let's see. Who else do I want to go? Oh yeah, this one will be fun. We'll go back to single. Let's do Bando and Kuroma. So, I realized when I was recording this video, just before I started recording this video, basically, Bando he has a yellow chakra mode, you may remember. I realized this is basically the same thing as Shira used in the Chunin exams filler arc, where he did the 7 heavenly breaths. So I just decided to make it that, because I mean, originally I was calling it yellow chakra mode, and I was like, this is kind of lame. And then I realized, hold on, yellow aura, that's the same thing that Shira used against Rock Lee. So, so yeah, I'm just adapting it into that. He uses the 7 heavenly breaths, which would have been adapted around the season. This season takes place after Sasuke leaves, but just before Shippuden, which is around just before the Chunin exams, when so he and Shira may have met and maybe trained a little bit. Because obviously Bando's not affiliated to any particular village, so of course, yeah, he deals. So he probably went to the same village at some point, met Shira, and maybe they hung out as outcasts. But yeah, he uses yellow chakra mode, and Kuroma can use dragon sage mode. The cool thing about dragon sage mode is while it is sage mode, as you can tell by the markings he gets on his face, just like Naruto sage mode, he does use Ginryu sage mode for the dragons, and each dragon represents a different chakra nature. He can use all 5 chakra natures in this form, and the chakra natures are represented by red being fire, green being wind, blue being water, orange being earth, and yellow being lightning. So I decided, since that's the chakra that's possessing him, his aura should reflect that. So he has a rainbow aura of those 5 colors, representing he can use all 5 chakra natures in this form, and it looks pretty badass in my opinion. Having him use this rainbow aura form, he's the only character in the game that'll have something like this, to contrast the single colored forms like Bando's yellow. I just thought that was cool. Oh yeah, and Bando has yellow trails, which are also super cool. I just think they look so cool when he's in this 7 Heavenly Breaths Activation 2 mode. Activation 2 basically adds the aura and a strength boost, so that's probably the closest. Activation 1 is just really the aura. It makes him more buff, but he's already buff, so we'll just say he's in Activation 2. Activation 3 is when your skin turns red. I'll probably adapt that into this game as well, but I'll probably not introduce that in Revolution 2's story, which was in Season 5. I'm going to reintroduce Bando in the Shippuden storyline in Season 8. So what I'll probably do is introduce his 3rd activation in Season 8. This game is a light RPG. Guys, I'm so sorry for dying. This game is a light RPG, meaning that the characters will get updated per season. For example, Naruto will not be able to use Rasengan and Uzumaki Barrage in Season 1 because he didn't learn those jutsu until Seasons 2 and 4, respectively. So, in Seasons 2 is when he'll get Uzumaki Barrage and the Chunin exams. In Season 4 is when he learns Rasengan and also uses the OTK form at the end to get Sasuke. Same thing with him, he'll get access to this form, 7 Heaven Breath's 2nd activation in Season 5 when he's introduced, and then he'll get the 3rd activation when he shows up in Shippuden and fights a very special someone, which I will not spoil at this point. Last things I wanted to show, are the, in addition to auras, again, I also had to think about, okay, well, eventually I'm going to get to Ultimate Nine Tailed Naruto, and while I'm not there yet, I will need to figure out how to do like transparent cloaks because those are animated, and they have some very tricky effects to get them right. So, so first I'm going to add it Nine Tailed Naruto. So he doesn't have an actual cloak; he just gets a red aura, and obviously he gets the fingernails and the face. So that version was already in the last games. It just didn't have last demos. It just didn't have the aura. Now it has an aura, and you can turn it off. I downloaded the most recent version of GNT Super, Super Clash Ninja 4 mod, and I noticed they allow you to revert. So I was like, okay, all right, fair enough. This version is the only version that he seems to have some control over, so I thought it would make sense if he was allowed to revert. And considering he can go into OTK form. So to get into OTK form, and you can't revert once you're in OTK because he can't really control that. So to get into OTK, you have to first be in QB mode. So you have to progress forward. As I introduced before, if you tap, you'll revert. If you press and hold, that's how you go to the next state up. So press and hold backwards at 4S, and you'll then turn into Nine Tailed Naruto, which looks weird standing up. I need to hurry up and get their character-specific animations in. But yeah, and it works. It's just an aura combined with the cloak, and I added in a bubbles particle effect. And I figured, well, this isn't really too hard to add. Let me go ahead and add it in for Shippuden Naruto. So I did that as well. So Shippuden Naruto, originally he could go into a 9-tailed version, and while that state is still accessible in the game, you can't actually access it in mid-game. I'm not sure if I'll add 9-tailed Naruto, just regular Shippuden Naruto, because he doesn't really use that form. In any combat, he only jumps straight to OTK or 3TK. So you start off jumping straight to OTK, and then you can't revert, you can only go back up because you're OTK, you can't control that. You can go up to 3TK. And eventually you will get to 4TK and 6TK iterations. It just keeps going. But I don't have models for those yet, and I'm not working on that right now because that's not until season 7. But yeah, for now, you can go into 3TK. So yeah. For PTS Naruto, level 1 is 9-tailed, and OTK for Shippuden. Do it a second time, and you get OTK for PTS Naruto and 3TK for Shippuden. And that's what they look like. But there is one more character that I also did, and it's pretty funny. Obviously, you guys probably know who it is. The only other character in the Clash of the Games who has a bijou, Killer Bee. Killer Bee's is kind of cool because his tails are massive, because he's obviously going to simulate the octopus. I'll go ahead and go to OTK. Yeah, so Killer Bee can also transform into his version 1 form. Obviously, he'll eventually be able to go version 2, but that is not, I don't have models for that either, so I'm not going to worry about that for now. But that will be the next progression. And he does have control over it, so he can revert as well. Naruto cannot revert. Killer Bee has mastery and can revert, and that will be inclusive of version 2 as well. He can go from version 1 to version 2, and from versions 1 or version 2, he can revert back to normal. With a tap, and then of course you press and hold to go to the next state. But yeah, they look kind of cool. Yay! Anyway, that's mainly what I wanted to talk about, to show you guys what it's looking like so far. All of this is part of, again, planning for Season 1's movesets. Again, I had to do all this because, again, I'm about to start working on, I'm going to basically just make sure that, work out any remaining kinks and missing moves in PTS Naruto's moveset. And one of those missing moves is his transformation into the Nine Tails. I gotta do his Nine Tailed moveset. So that's why I had to get auras in for all of that stuff for Season 1's launch. And then these are just extras that I just tacked on. Go ahead and get it knocked out of the way. It's not a waste of time because I will have to do this later. And it's better to do it while it's fresh in my mind. What I mean by that is making these kinds of things is quite niche. So it's better to do it now while it's fresh in my mind, while I know, instead of coming back in 5 years, you know, or not 5, but like 2 years when it's time to revisit these characters for Shippuden and trying to figure out how did I make the cloak work and backtrack and what did I do for PTS Naruto, and I can just do it all now, and then when I get to that part in the future games, it's already there. When I start developing Shippuden Naruto's moveset, his OTK and 3TK forms are already there. All I gotta do is add 4TK and 6TK. So that's kind of how it works. It is shaving time off in the future, and overall, keeping the development time low. Will take me a little bit of extra time today, but will save me a lot of extra time in the future. So that's why, again, while I'm adding PTS Naruto's moveset, that is relevant to right now. Might as well anyone else who has those similar features, such as a Nine Tailed cloak for B, go ahead and add that stuff now while it's still fresh in my mind on how to do it. It'll take me much quicker doing it now versus trying to remember what I did 2 years ago in the future. So anyway, that's why I went on and added them, and of course, it gives you guys something interesting to see in fantasy battles. I'll do one more, just quick fantasy of Sasuke versus Killer Bee, because why not? Looks pretty cool. Oh, I should have started transformed. I keep forgetting I'm in dev mode. I can start transformed. Yeah. So let's just upgrade Killer Bee. Don't need Sasuke. We'll open Sasuke's shrine. Yeah. Yay, Sasuke versus Killer Bee! Something you can't do in Storm. Surprisingly, Storm only lets you play as version 2 and or a... no, they don't even let you play as version 2. They don't let you play as version 2 or version 1. They only show up as cameos in the jutsu. And then you revert back to base. And your awakening is the whole 8-tailed beast in a shrunk down mini version. I'm like, that's so lame. In my game, you can play as version 1 and version 2. Version 1 is already playable, and version 2 will be coming when I get to this battle in season 10, I think is when they show up. Yeah, season 10. Yay! Anyway, alright, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate the support as always. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments on this. Let me know what you think, how it's looking. Would love to get some positive feedback. Thanks all, and have a great day.